Hi there, today we are looking at the median class of a grouped frequency table. All right, a bit of a mouthful, but essentially it's the median class of the group of data where, well, it would be in the middle, essentially. So can you find a middle value by adding 1 to the total and divided by 2? Well, yes, you can, but can you do it with the grouped data, is the question. All right, so what we've got here is you've got a score in a test. We've got 0 and 10, in fact, between 0 and 60, and all the results kind of are plonked into different parts of it. So you've got 20 to 30, so 21 people between 20 and 30, 32 people between 30 and 40, and so on and so on and so on. What we're after is the middle value. All right, so if I was going to write all their results in order, I know I've got 5 people in between 0 and 10. I know I've got 16 between 10 and 20, and I could write all their results in order. So you'd have a whole lot of numbers all the way up to 60, between 0 and 60, all in order. But of course, how many have we got? Because if I'm going to try the median, then I need to figure out exactly how many I've got and where the middle value would actually sit, in which group it would sit in. So I need to know how many there are. Well, there are 100 in total. Well, this bit at the top that I was talking about at the beginning is trying to figure out, well, where the middle value would sit. Well, if I half this value, I've got 50. But of course, if I imagine that in my head, I've got 50 on one side, I've got 50 on the other, and the bit that's in the middle is halfway in between. It's halfway in between actually the 50th and 51st. So this process up here, and if you haven't looked at lesson on median, please do so. If you've got an even number, then to find the median, and this works actually with both numbers, you add 1 and divide by 2, and it tells you where the middle value actually is. It's your 50th and a half. It's just after your 50th. It's in between your 50th and 51st. Right in the middle between your 50th and 51st. All right, so we're going to try and find it. All right, but we've got to consider we're going to put them all in order. All right, so if we're going to add up the frequencies as we go to try and figure out how many we've got. So what we're thinking of doing is, right, we've got our 5 answers, right, or 5 scores between 0 and 10. We're going to write them in a row. Right, that means at this point I've got 5 numbers in a line. I then add the next lot of numbers, which I've got 16 values in between 10 and 20. So I've now got 21 values. All right, 21 values written down, but I need to get to my 50 and a half. So I've got to keep going. Well, in between 20 and 30, I've got another 21 values. So I'm now up to 42. So I'm accumulating these numbers. Again, I'm adding up as I go. And so currently I've got 42 numbers in between 0 and 30. All right. So keep all in order. Remember, between 0 and 30, I've got 42 numbers. Well, when I add the next lot, I've now got 74 numbers. All right, so when I add this next lot of 32 numbers in between 30 and 40, I've gone past my 50 and a half. I've gone past it. All right, I suppose the problem is at this point is, well, what number was it? Because I don't know what the scores are in between 30 and 40. I know that I've got 32 of them in between 30 and 40, but of course I don't know what those numbers are. So I can't exactly find out what it is. So because I can't find out exactly what it is, hence the question is the median class is the group where the middle value lies. Well, it's going to lie in this group. It's going to lie in this group between 30 and 40. So that is my median class because it's somewhere in here. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's in here. All right, so that's going to be my solution. So the 50th and a half value, so the value between 50 and 51st, is somewhere in that group there. And all you would write down is that notation there in between 30 and 40 with the inequalities exactly as you see it written here, no different. And that should pick up the marks itself. All right, so if you need some practice on that, get yourself to maths-school.co.uk. Of course, there are some questions on there for you to have a go at. Thanks for listening.